Good morning and good day. Welcome back to Centize, Unity Through Hypnosis. I thank you for being here with me today. I am excited for this recording because it is geared around accepting and taking responsibility for your own actions and then forgiving yourself and others for their actions. I know it might not make a whole lot of sense. As we dive into it, I hope it'll make a little bit more sense. Because my goal is to help you move forward. Move forward in a way that allows you to release any pent up emotion, any pent up resentment, anger, frustration, so that you can ultimately move forward with love and light in your heart. Because when you hold anger, you hold on to that anger, the frustration, somebody did you wrong. You hold on to that. That just keeps you in that loop, that cycle that just feels like is never ending. So the best way to do this is to forgive yourself. But first you have to accept responsibility. Now, this past weekend, my business partner and I did a wonderful, wonderful guided meditation and Reiki. We called our group sessions Release and Restore at our business in Dallas, Oregon. And this one was geared around releasing limited beliefs and having forgiveness. And in doing this meditation, I got to witness firsthand the release that our clients had, and then to hear how they felt at the end was so incredible. The things that they got to see, the things they got to do inside their meditation helped them to be able to release some of that frustration and that anger so they could move forward. And a lot of times the release manifests as tears. And that's good because your body is releasing the stored energy of that emotion. Because anything that you hold on to, anything of a lower vibration, anger, frustration, resentment, fear, is like a weight inside your body. And it just continues to build and build and build. And it just weighs you down. So when you experience something such as release and your body is crying, you are literally letting go of that trauma. And it allows room for love and light to come in. And it's a beautiful thing. Probably hear my dogs outside whining to come in as they're staring at me. So, how do you accept responsibility? How do you accept responsibility for what you did, for what you said, for any action or inaction that was done? And then how do you move forward? Well, the first thing you have to do is you have to show kindness to yourself and to the ones that have hurt you or to the ones that you've hurt. And yes, this includes the people that you've hurt. You have to show kindness and understanding and compassion. And you have to understand that everyone has their own experience and their own perspective. So I want you to sit back and I want you to close your eyes and think back to a moment, a feeling, a person, someone that has wronged you in any way. Okay? We'll start there. Someone that has wronged you. I want you to visualize them in your mind. Really see them. See them as if they are standing or sitting in front of you. And as you see them standing there, I want you to offer these words from your heart. Repeat after me. I remember the ways you've hurt me. Out of your own fear, pain, confusion, anger. I've carried this pain too long to the extent I'm ready. I offer you forgiveness. I forgive you. I forgive you. I want you to see that person really hearing those words, truly hearing those words. We're going to do that one more time. Offer these words from your heart. Repeat after me. I remember the ways you've hurt me. Out of your own fear, pain, confusion, anger. I've carried this pain too long to the extent I'm ready. I offer you forgiveness. I forgive you. I forgive you. If any emotions arise, such as anger or tears, allow them and breathe with them. Forgiveness is a process, a direction, not perfection. Now, what I want you to do is turn to those that you have harmed, intentionally or unintentionally. I want you to bring one or more people to mind. I want you to see their face and really feel their sorrow or regret. Now, from your heart, offer these words to them. Repeat silently after me. I know I've caused you pain. Through my thoughts, words, actions, out of my own fear, pain, confusion. I ask for your forgiveness. I ask for your forgiveness. Really feel these words, embodying them as they sit in front of you. One more time. Repeat after me. I know I've caused you pain through my thoughts, words, actions, out of my own fear, pain, confusion. I ask for your forgiveness. I ask for your forgiveness. Now really feel the burden lifting and space opening in your heart. Doesn't that feel amazing? Now I want you to gently shift compassion towards yourself and bring to mind ways that you have been hard on yourself, such as judgments, regrets, maybe even times that you acted from fear, pain, or confusion. And I want you to see your younger self or past versions of you, perhaps as a child or at a difficult moment, and look at this past version of you with the eyes of the wise, loving adult that you are now. And I want you to silently in your heart repeat after me. I forgive myself for the ways I've hurt myself through action or inaction, out of fear, pain, or confusion. I forgive myself. I forgive myself. One more time, repeat after me. I forgive myself for the ways I've hurt myself through action or inaction, out of fear, pain, or confusion. I forgive myself. I forgive myself. Really feel those words sink into your heart, washing away old guilt and shame. And I want you to take a deep breath in and really breathe in that self-compassion. And as you exhale, release any remaining self-judgment. And now I want you to imagine all of these people, the ones that have hurt you and the ones that you have hurt, including yourself. I want you to see them surrounded in a soft, healing light. This healing light makes all of you free and at peace. Doesn't that feel amazing? Do you see how powerful forgiveness can be? And in order to forgive, you have to take responsibility for your actions or inactions. And the important thing to remember is that the forgiveness isn't for them. It is for you. It's always been for you. It helps you move forward. It helps release that burden of guilt, that burden of shame, that burden of regret, so that you can actually do something and be the person you desire to be. Because every time we hold on to any of it, someone who has hurt you, you hold on to that memory. You replay that memory over and over and over again. And what you're doing is you're reliving that moment in time. You're bringing that moment from your past into your present and reliving it over and over again. Why do that to yourself? That's no fun. No one wants to do that. And in reliving that moment, you're also pulling those emotions that come with it back to the surface, which brings that anger, that resentment, that frustration. So taking accountability for your actions and forgiving yourself releases that memory and allows that energy to go and transmute into loving energy for all others to use. Now, it's not saying it will happen overnight, that it'll be instant, but practice this. And every time you do it, it gets easier and easier. Because the moment might have been something so traumatic from your childhood, and you think back to it and you see your younger self just completely wounded and belittled and just full of scarcity and wanting to have that unconditional love that they never had in that moment. And you see them sitting in the corner shaking like a scared puppy. This is when it's important for you to see yourself with the loving, wise eyes and the loving heart that you have today. See your younger self. Wrap your arms around your younger self and let them know you are okay. You made it. Look how far you've come. You are love and light. You can do anything. You get through this. And you show them the love they needed in that moment. And that memory becomes lighter. So then another day goes by, another week, whenever the next time you want to practice this again. And you think back to that trauma and you'll notice that every time you do this, that memory becomes more distant, more faded. And you'll notice that the emotions that were so strong from the start have now dissipated and aren't as strong. That's when you know that what you're doing is working and you're moving forward and you're releasing it a little at a time. Because the longer you hold on to something, the longer it can take to release. And the big thing to remember is that everything you know now, and if you're here listening to this, then you understand how we are all spiritual beings having a human experience. And you understand that every perspective is just that perspective, right? So when somebody does you harm, whether it was when you were a child or it is as an adult, it's not because of something you did. I mean, it could be if you've harmed them, but if somebody's mad at you and is trying to cause harm onto you, it's not something you did. It's because of their own limited beliefs. They didn't have the knowing that you have now about who we are and what we're here to do. They were still living in the repetitive cycle of generational trauma. So they had no understanding that what they were doing was done to them. As children, we grow up to mirror our family, our parents. We take on traits. And as we take on those traits, we incorporate them into our adult lives. So say you had a father who was just very verbally abusive to your mom. And now you've grown up and now you're married and now you do the same thing. You see how that carries forward? But now we have the knowing to change it and how to change it. That isn't your belief. That is a belief that has been passed down. So you overcome that. And you have to remember that they don't have the knowing we have now. So you can forgive them for what they did because they did it out of fear, ultimately. And fear makes people do some crazy things, right? So just have love and compassion for one another because that's how we get through this. That's how we create our community. And that's how we all rise and ascend as one. It's not about belittling one another. It's not about making fun of someone for what they don't have or what they do have, and it's not about judging anyone. Well, who am I to judge you for what you do, for what you wear, for where you go, for what you drive, for how you smell? Who am I to judge? I have no room to judge because we are all one. We are all spiritual, powerful spiritual beings having a human experience. And this is just our shell. This is our human skin that we chose for this experience. And we all chose these bodies to have and to learn the lessons we needed to continue to grow at a soul level. So please, I encourage you not to judge anyone. And if you find yourself judging, take a moment and stop and ask yourself, why am I judging this person in this moment? What do I believe to be true that I feel that I can pass judgment on someone else? And when you stop to take a second and think about these things, that's when you start to really notice your patterns and you notice your limited beliefs. And that's when you can really start digging in and passing on that forgiveness to yourself so you can continue to go above and beyond. That's where we're all headed. We're all going to be on rockets and we're shooting up through the sky. But along the way, we have to stand tall and we have to be lighthouses because not all of us are going to get it at once. Not all of us are going to understand. Not all of us are here to understand this time. So in a room full of darkness, you've got to be the light. You be the lighthouse for yourself to guide yourself and to light the way, but also to light the way for someone else. And as we all become lighthouses, then we all become the path to ascension, because then as we live by example, as other people start to awaken, they can see that and they'll gravitate towards our authenticity and they'll be able to move themselves forward. But it doesn't take just one of us, it takes all of us. And together we can do anything. I believe in it and I believe in us. And I thank you all so much for listening today. I love you all. And if you ever have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. With all my love and all my thanks.